What's the family secret nobody's allowed to mention? When I was 14, my dad and I were organizing his workshop. I discovered what looked like a warped chunk of metal wrapped in fabric. I asked what it was, and he responded with something like, I didn't realize I kept that. He told me that someday after I turned 18, he'd explain what it actually was. For 4 years, that object haunted me. I'd slip into the workshop during family cookouts, holiday celebrations, ordinary weekdays, just to look at that covered thing in Dad's storage box. The fabric was worn and discolored. I'd sometimes lift it, sensing its heaviness, attempting to figure out what needed an 18th birthday explanation. My buddies thought I'd lost it. Just open it when he's gone, they'd suggest. But something in Dad's voice that afternoon held me back. I attempted every tactic to make him reveal it. Offers, emotional manipulation, deals. What if I ace all my classes? What if something bad happens before I'm 18? None of it worked. He'd always get that identical, faraway expression and repeat, "When you're 18, kiddo." The secret tormented me. I'd stay up constructing wild explanations, each wilder than the previous one. Uncle Frank used to be Dad's business associate and closest friend. Modest, contracting business, constantly joking at family events. Frank was practically a third parent, coaching me baseball, giving me extra cake when Mom wasn't watching. Then when I was 8, Frank just vanished. No farewell, no reasoning. When I'd question it, Mom would develop this strange expression and switch topics. Dad would grumble about Frank relocating to Nevada. Our home transformed after Frank departed. Dad began securing the workshop every evening. He'd become nervous whenever someone rang the doorbell. Mom would discover him gazing through the living room window at 2 a.m., just monitoring the neighborhood. They assumed I was oblivious, but children sense everything. Years went by. No holiday greetings, no calls, like he'd evaporated. But occasionally I'd notice Dad studying old pictures of them side by side. The day following my 18th birthday, I confronted him in the dining room. "It's time, Dad." He placed down his coffee with trembling fingers. "You certain you want this? Some information. Once you learn it, you can't unlearn it." I agreed, pulse racing. He went into the workshop and returned with that recognizable package. We settled at the dining table as he carefully started unwrapping it. His fingers were shaking. "This concerns Frank," he said softly, about why he truly left. The fabric dropped away, exposing something sharp and deformed. Frank and I were doing fine with the company, but Frank got ambitious, taking money from construction sites, inflating bills. I kept protecting him, hoping he'd fix himself. Dad's tone became softer. One evening, Frank arrived here completely wasted, expression crazed. "Your mom had just tucked you in upstairs." He was insisting I transfer my portion of the company. I looked at the bent metal. I explained he was drunk and had to go. That's when he produced this pry bar from his coat. Claimed if I refused to transfer it, he'd guarantee I couldn't operate any company again. Dad lifted the destroyed piece of metal. He swung toward my skull. I dodged and it struck the dining counter. We struggled. I succeeded in taking it from him, but he didn't stop. His tone broke. He was threatening to harm you and your mother. So when he charged at me again, I struck him with it. Just once, but he collapsed hard. The space tilted. "Dad," I searched for a heartbeat, nothing. Frank was dead. My fingers were trembling. I contacted your Uncle Stephen at 2 a.m. He showed up, asked nothing. There was a large retail construction beginning that week. Dad stared right at me. Frank became part of the concrete at the Target on Jefferson Avenue. We informed everyone he relocated to Nevada. Now I grasp why we never discuss Uncle Frank.